the idea for the party has developed over the course of quite a few years. I imagine I'm not the only one that's been kind of disappointed with the way in which politics in this country has gone over the course of more than a decade now. If you look back at, say, the 2005-2010 elections, you had the idea that major parties would focus entirely on what they called the marginal voters, in the constituencies that might change their mind, and the people that might change their mind, and the parties would say, what do these people want? We will offer it to them. Which I'm not entirely sure is the right way to go about contesting an election, given that it means that each party is then basically saying the same thing, and giving very little or no consideration to the majority of voters. It's more recently, in the last couple of years, that I've felt the need to actually get out there and do something myself, because literally there isn't any party now that I can honestly say that I fully support. Some of them, their policies I disagree with, some of them the way in which they operate I disagree with, some of them both. So I took the decision to start my own party, as you do. The reasons why I feel that a new political party is the thing that we need, effectively 3 reasons. The first, the obvious one, is that there are just no parties out there that I feel that I can commit to following, that represent the policies that I care about, that act in the way that I think that they should. That I would be going for, of course, would be, as the name suggests, somewhat progressive in nature. Both socially progressive in the sense of supporting equal rights, freedom of expression, freedom of speech, those sorts of values that, to be honest, I feel at this point we should be taking for granted, but there are still plenty of obstacles to overcome. And also, perhaps more importantly, in the current situation, progressive in the sense of the economy, of looking at what we are going to need in decades to come, an emphasis on modern industry, computing, technology, research and development. Renewable energy is vitally important, obviously. I mean, not just from the standpoint of, not destroying the planet, but literally it's a good source of potential future income for businesses. And that obviously then means potential future taxes, which would then go towards public services. So we would benefit both from electricity that doesn't destroy the planet and from more job openings and more taxes being paid to cover the government expenses. Everyone wins, so it seems an obvious solution. I'll go over the policies in more detail next time, but the second reason is really just the public perception of politics in general and politicians, which is almost entirely negative at this point. We just do not trust politicians. Anyone who is in politics, we don't trust them. We immediately assume that they are lying, that they are trying to get what's best for themselves, and I just don't want that to be the way in which the country is run. The third, slightly less obvious reason that links into that somewhat is the attitude that politicians have towards each other. They are very negative, basically. The last decade or so of political campaigning has primarily been in the sense of saying the worst things you can about the other parties, which I don't like. I would rather vote for a party that could say, these are all the good things that we can do for the country, rather than one that says, these are all the bad things that this other party has done previously or will do. If you have two parties and they are both saying the other party is terrible, then you have people who just don't have anyone to vote for because both of their options are apparently terrible, according to every source of information that they have access to. Basically, politics has become about who can insult their opponents the best, rather than what the parties will actually do positively. I want there to be a party, this party, where we say these are the values we stand for, these are the policies we want, these are the good things that we can do for the country if you vote for us. And that's the way in which I intend to go forward. To just say this is the good things we can do, not these are the bad things our opponents can do, not can we get the most people to vote for us by saying what we think people want to hear rather than standing up for our ideologies and our opinions